So it's been a couple of years since the first recon flights in the MB339, and Europe 1 Mission 1 is Eastern Abkhazia, a place I had not heard of until I did that mission. So we're back now in the JAS-39 Gripen, and we're going to refly the route. The weather looks broken clouds around here. Let's see how we go. Righto. Toe brakes on, wheel brakes are off. Coming up through 40%, RPM 50, 60, 70. I'm going to release the brakes. 80, 90. Coming up to full military power. I'm going to rotate at 100 and try to hold 10 degrees up. There we go. Climbing out. Gear up. And once we get to about 250, now I can let go of the stick and it's going to be stable. 300 knots, I'm going to come back to about 80%. So there we go. So we're heading down the coast, which puts us already on track to waypoint 1, which is a harbour, coal harbour. So let's hike the coastline. It's quite exciting to be back here again. What's changed in 2 years to the scenery? Nothing, it seems. We've still got a lot of FS9 placeholders out there. You can see those fields right there. That's FS9 tech. Bits like this coastal part, probably a bit of satellite coverage, but maybe not. But the auto-gen trees dress it up anyway. Anyway, we know it's going to be there eventually, so at least we can visit every capital city, and most of them are pretty good. Now, about halfway to the first waypoint, and we're going to zero viz. This rain is so heavy. I've got to watch my altitude. Yep, okay. Come back to 500 feet. Can barely sit. Well, if it stays like this, we might. No, it's looking pretty bad. Watch the speed. Now I'm flying on the instruments. Going to go to the recon pod, see if it's any better, but I don't think it is. Oh look, it's clearing up. I don't know, I'll press on for now. Press on. Press on-itis might be the downfall. 300 knots. Let's pan left while we can. Lots of clouds over there. And unfortunately inland we've got very high terrain coming up. So I really need to be able to see the ground. Sitting on 400 feet, 300 knots, just getting to Sokhumi, and we can just see the harbour as the visibility goes again. I've got to make sure I don't fly into the ground here. 400 feet, coming back to 500, see a few buildings. Now we're supposed to veer inland at this point. We're on about 500 feet, heading to a lake. We'll proceed cautiously. I think it's going to be no good to us. That's alright, look, plenty of other places to go. We can come back tomorrow when the weather's hopefully cleared. Yeah, this is like flying through pea soup, so let's execute a climb back over the sea. These clouds go up a long way. There is some blue sky up there, but it's way up. stay over the water, we're not going to run into anything. Okay, let's take advantage of this gap in the clouds here, the cloud layer. And we've got to go 90 degrees right. See if we can just fly around those clouds until we get closer to the airport. Well, I'm going to duck through there actually. So while the scenery might not be too exciting yet, with live weather, you still get a very challenging flight. Lovely. And anyway, I was just watching a video on YouTube with a fairly modern fighter trainer and looking at the visuals in their sim, their domed sim. We've got a lot better visuals going on here, put it that way. So I'm not complaining. My first cockpit I flew around on a 15-inch Super VGA screens, 600 by 400, and I just thought that was sensational. Now, I think that's where we're going, so we found a nice gap through the clouds actually. And it's probably a good idea to land again before, or in case the rain rolls up and obscures the airport. In fact, there it is. That's awesome. Let's talk to the tower. Channel 2. Channel 1. Channel 1. Which runway would I land on? It was 2-1. Sorry, 1-2. Mike India Golf 1. Mike India Golf 2.
Uniform Golf Sierra Sierra traffic MiGMan 007 is on final runway 12 to land.
Not really on final, but close enough for government work. Yep, come back tomorrow. There's another 24 flights we can do in this Europe 1 package. I'm sure if we do 1 or 2 more, we'll come back and the weather will be fine. So I'm going to come in from the water. Landing light's still on, of course, I forgot to turn it off. Right, let's get on a reciprocal heading. It's pretty good. You see, there's a lot of high ground which we intended to fly over, but we're not going to do it in this weather. Okay, drop the gear momentarily, throttle right back, gear down. Watch the power here, 3 greens. There's the runway. Let's get ahead in the game. Right, throttle right back, touch of air brake. Air brake retracted. That was pretty cool, an adventure in the clouds. I've just been flying around Australia for about a week and it's almost always clear blue skies down there, so this is a cool bit of Euro drama. I like it. Coming in pretty hot, but that's alright. And going to the reverse thrusters just above the, next to the gear lever. Gonna flare.
Power.
Yep, just check my gear is down. Flaring to reduce that sink rate. Touching down 160, that's pretty good. Reverse thrust and full throttle. That's awesome. Right. It's always exciting to advance the throttle when you're trying to land. Reverse thrusters off. Look, it's a charming airport. I love the grass and the flowers, the trees. It's all very nice. Okie doke. We'll call that a exciting flight. If we didn't get to see everything, but that's okay. We'll come back.